So here's another brief video about researching, and these two slides are from the exact same PowerPoint presentation that the slide that I talked about in the research process is from. And this PowerPoint presentation is available on Isidore in the research project on the research project page. I wanted to talk a little bit about annotated bibliographies and what you need to use for your annotated bibliographies and what I'm expecting from your annotated bib. So the purpose of an annotated bib is to prepare your sources for your literature review. This might be different than some of your experiences in the past, which is where you wrote an annotated bibliography just for itself. That was your research project. There's nothing wrong with that, but with this project, it's a step on the path. So you have to find the scholarly sources anyway, and you're going to have to write a literature review. So what the annotated bibliography does is it kind of links finding the sources in your literature review. You write your annotations, and then those annotations, if you write them well enough and with enough attention to detail, you should be able to grab those and synthesize them into your literature review, which is the next piece of the research. And we'll start talking about your literature review probably next week. But there's three functions to an annotation. So all of your annotations should have these three parts to them. The first, you're supposed to briefly summarize the source that you're talking about. The second is you can evaluate and critique the source. So those two parts should sound similar to the article critique that you already did. You can probably make it a little bit shorter for your annotated bibliography. You don't have to be quite as in-depth for those two parts, but the general spirit is the same. And then the third part is you need to figure out how this piece or this source works for your purposes. How are you going to use this? Why is it relevant to you? Why is it relevant to your topic? So those three functions might lead you to believe that there probably should be multiple paragraphs, and that is correct. You should have probably at least 3 paragraphs per annotation. They don't have to be real long paragraphs, but 3 paragraphs would be kind of a general guideline. If you do quote or paraphrase in an annotation, cite it to avoid plagiarism. So you'd use an in-text citation, the page number, which is MLA format. You write your annotations in complete sentences with paragraph breaks, and you need to write it in MLA format. MLA format's really important because that will, again, translate over onto your final paper. So there is an example on the Purdue OWL, the sample MLA annotation, and I'll put this link on the page with the information about the annotated bibliography. But this shows you the format that it should be in. So this is an MLA formatted citation, and then there's the 3 paragraphs. They're indented with spaces between. So this is an MLA annotation. This is how you should write your annotations. So you're going to have at least 5 annotations. One of those can be your article critique source, and you can even use the information that you wrote in your article critique to put in your annotation. That's fine. But you'll need to have at least 4 other scholarly sources. Okay, so there is an extra credit opportunity. Look at the page on annotations for that extra credit opportunity. Otherwise, just keep plugging away, and your annotated bibliography is due not this week. I think it's November 4th or 5th or whatever that Sunday is of the next week. So thank you.